Usually when we talk about Surrealism, we think of artists like Salvador Dali, or Man Ray, or Magritte, or Andre Breton. Artists with strong associations to France, in particular to Paris. But I'm going to tell you why you should be centering your Surrealist lesson plans on artists in Mexico. Hi, my name is Austin DeLugo-Liston. I am an artist and an art teacher in Los Angeles. So Surrealism is a cultural moment that really got its start around the aftermath of World War I. It was very influenced by the works of Freud and also by works like Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Surrealism is about unlocking the unconscious mind, and it's a lot about dreams. And the Surrealists were a very formalized group. You could be kicked out of the Surrealists. And it was run by Andre Breton. They were also, for the most part, very politically progressive, which meant that after the rise of Adolf Hitler, many of them fled Europe and went to New York and to Mexico. And Mexico had much less rigid immigration policies than the United States. This somewhat broke up that formal structure of the Surrealists being one cohesive group. And I believe it allowed certain artists to explore other influences. So the women in particular, who in Europe had been kind of mostly defined in their relation to men, being either wives or mistresses or muses or literally, the objects, the symbols in the artworks as models, they gained a lot more success and recognition in Mexico. We also saw artists from Mexico joining the movement and becoming involved and bringing in a whole other culture with different symbols and a different language of references. It's like Remedios Varo, who was born in Spain and then lived in France and then ended up in Mexico. Beautiful surrealist. Or Leonora Carrington, a British Mexican artist who actually lived all the way until 2011. And of course, everyone will bite my head off if I don't mention the most famous, Frida Kahlo. Okay, total side note, I just found this Frida painting. Do you think this was the inspiration for this painting by George W. Bush? Because I would think that's so funny if George W. Bush is just like a Mexican surrealism girly. Show in 2012 at the County Museum, and it was amazing. You can still find a lot of information about it if you're interested in reading further. I looked up the catalog, you can still get it, but it's like $157 or something crazy.